So, as I've shown you before, I have the Smallville box set. And I periodically rewatch Smallville. So today, I'm going to give you my Smallville rankings from my least favorite to my best favorite. So, here goes. Number 10, Season 9. This is definitely the season I like the least, mainly because of the Zod storyline. I could not stand Zod or Tessa's idiotic involvement with him. And even Lois lost some cool points by dealing with Zod by thinking he was the Blur. The only saving grace was Clark and Lois's relationship. I liked how it advanced this season, and I even dug the whole Clark-Lois Blur love triangle. That is until Clark dropped the ball and Lois started believing Zod was the Blur. Number 9, Season 7. This season was okay, but it was marked by two events: the writer's strike and the arrival of Supergirl. Supergirl herself wouldn't have been so bad if they didn't have her literally flying circles around Clark. It's his show, and he was the only Kryptonian who couldn't fly. It was getting ridiculous. Also, they were retreading the whole can't trust Clark, can't trust Lex storyline that they had just played out the season before with Clark, Lana, and Lex. Just replaced Lana with Kara. That was getting old. Then the writer's strike shortened the season and made the last 5 episodes felt stretched out and rushed all at the same time. Also, it didn't feel like they gave a good enough send-off for Michael Rosenbaum. Number 8, Season 1. I like this season. I actually didn't watch the first season the first time around. I know, shock and awe. So I've always experienced it binge watching it, which I think would change your experience of the season. It's different when you don't have to wait each week for an episode. It makes everything feel so melodramatic. Number 7, Season 2. Officially the first season I watched Smallville. I was able to jump right in and follow along, and I was hooked. I was heavily invested in the Lana, Clark, Chloe triangle and went back and forth over who I was rooting for. And I was surprised over how invested I was in his relationship with Lex. It shouldn't have worked, and yet it was the most important relationship of the series. Number 6, Season 3, Clark Kent in Exile. I don't care how the writers spin it. A teenager on Red K, living by himself, robbing banks, hanging out in nightclubs, and he's still a virgin? Seriously. This is also the season that Clark meets Alicia. Side note, they really could have made her a viable girlfriend without making her crazy. Like, give him a break. Number 5, Season 6. I feel a certain way about this season, because when Lana married Lex, there shouldn't have been no going back. I don't care that Lionel forced her, because he was only able to because she moved in with Lex and she accepted his proposal. She changed forever when she became a Luthor, and that became clear in Season 7 when they got back together and she was with his doppelganger for 2 whole weeks and didn't notice. Best part of Season 6 was when Clark on Red K crashed Lex and Lana's engagement party and read everyone, including his mama, for filth. Number 4, Season 5. The season we lost Jonathan Kent and got the Fortress of Solitude. I'm still pissed that they made Jonathan's death a choice between him and Lana rather than just about him alone. It seems like it cheapens it. But the main reason this season is in the number 4 spot is Milton Fine, aka Brainiac. He was a great villain who kept coming back and never seemed to wear out his welcome. Number 3, Season 8, Clark's first season at the Daily Planet and his first foray into leading a double life as a news reporter and a superhero, the Red Blue Blur. It was an awkward mouthful, but by the next season they had dropped the red blue part and just called him the Blur. Probably because they had sucked all the light and color out of the show. But I digress. Season 8 was also the beginning of the Clois years, and I really liked their relationship and how different it was from his and Lana. Number 2, season 10. The final season really ended with a bang and had some of my favorite episodes with Luthor and Kent, where Clark Kent travels to an alternate universe where he was discovered by Lionel Luthor instead of the Kents. I like that concept so much, I started writing a fan fiction based off of it. I really have to finish it. I also love the fact that Michael Rosenbaum came back for the finale and he and Clark had a final showdown. And number 1, season 4, the season of the MacGuffin. They spent the entire season chasing stones that would turn into crystals that would form the Fortress of Solitude. Although everyone's connection to it would seem ultra convenient, the journey in itself was fun. I even liked the craft/hocus pocus episode where the girls were possessed by ancient witches. It's also the season where the show makes the change from Freak of the Week to serial storylines, and you can feel the difference in the storytelling. So those are the Smallville seasons, ranked from my least favorite to my most favorite. How do they rank with you? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.